Short answer, no. Long answer, no. No. Hi guys. Ciao a tutti. Hello everyone. Hello everyone. Sorry, I didn't sleep. Anything. Bro, what is this clickbait title? I don't know. I try to be a productive content creator, so also I'm very unimaginative, as you guys might have noticed from my from my YouTube video history. I'm not really imaginative when it comes to titles and thumbnails. So yeah. Ciao Gemini, Mauri, Matt, Virelia, Ray, ciao, Panda, little brother, ciao Glowy. The stream is just gonna be Exalted saying no. I think short answer no, long answer no. They're not worth, especially in a MOBA game. Long answer also no. Long answer no. Did you fix it that or no? Resale value will ever be worth it. Correct answer hell no. I did it. I spent 250 for this slop. I'm happy. Guven. Hi fellas. Germany. The die panics. The amount of O's in past YouTube's text limit. Could have been a 5 seconds video. Could have been a post. A community post. So hello everybody. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. How many peeps do we have? Let's see. So I can start blabbering. Okay. The chat is working. The chat is working, yes. The streamer bot chat still didn't fix the font issue, so it's not gonna be pixelated font. It's a shame because I really like the pixelated font. Anyway, see, so I wanted to make these stream guys to, in general, talk about Exalted skins, maybe go a bit through them. Of course, the entire premise, as people already said in the chat, are Exalted skin worth the money they ask? The answer is no, and that's clear. That's something that I always say. But at the same time, for those people who don't know or don't follow me on my YouTube community posts or on my socials, I've been kind of stressing out. With some people, even from my community, I had some internal conflicts. Let's say. So Stream Elements is sending stuff. What is this? Bot running. Learn how to customize. Ah, no, okay. Please don't stop blabbering ever. I blabber too much. I blabber too much, and yeah. So the internal conflict that the internal issues that I had even among my community, and some accusations that that kind of hurt me. I'm gonna be honest. Is that I am inconsistent, and that I contradict myself with my channel, with my videos, and with stuff that I say, and I've been thinking about it a lot, because it's something that truly that truly doesn't sit well with me, because it is true that I'm a very emotional person. I'm very passionate and motivated when I when I talk about stuff, especially stuff that I love and that I care about. And that's something that you can notice even in my videos, because despite me using a text box, despite me using you know, typed written words on a screen, I still it's very hard for me to maintain some kind of documentaristic neutrality, because I am not a documentarian. I am not a machine. I am a player, and that's something that I always try to say, always try to make clear. I am a player, first and foremost. I am a player, and things that I say in my videos, the stuff that I go through, it's I think that in a way it's egoistical in nature, for which those are all things that I value the most, and it's something that I will reiterate and I will again explain in my Lilia video that is coming out for non-supporters next week. Something that I say is that this is stuff that I care about. It's stuff that I go through. It's stuff that I nitpick because I have my vision on it. Because it's how I see things. It's how I want things to be. But a lot of people, okay, from my a lot of people who follow me, or a lot of people who are just superficial and don't really watch me or listen to what I say, parasocially project some kind of ethos or crusading wars against corporations, against Riot Games in particular, against I don't know, a myriad of stuff. Okay, and I want to be crystal clear on these things, that I want to voice my own opinion, of course. I want to voice my own opinion. I want to give my opinions. But at the same time, I am not trying to make a war. I'm not trying to go to war or die for some kind of whatever principles. The reason why I make these videos, first and foremost, is not to judge people. It's not to tell people what to do or tell people what to not do. These videos are not meant to tell Riot Games, sorry, I say Riot, but it's Riot. Riot is super Italian. I'm not trying to tell Riot what to do, okay? I'm trying to, the way I see it when I make my videos is that I try to make players aware of what they are actually buying, because the vast majority of players, they have no idea what they're buying. The vast majority of players are just basing their purchases off a splash art. That's really all they do. They literally just look at a splash art, look at some teaser on Riot Games socials sometimes, if you do follow them, and if you know where to look or search. Otherwise, you go, yes, of course, some third-party creators like Skin Spotlights exist, but then again, it's very opaque. The whole selling system of League of Legends, of Riot Games, is very opaque, in which you really don't know what you're buying. Skin tiers are not refined, features sold are not consistent or put clear, black and white. So my main objective with videos is making people aware, making people understand what they're buying, understand what's going on behind the splash arts, which I do not hate, by the way. I love splash arts, but I think that they are very misleading to some degree, because if you just look at a splash art for the money you intend to spend on something, that's very superficial. Then again, in my opinion, it's superficial. If you think that it's enough for you to have a good splash art, go for it. I'm not going to judge you, but I am free to think that it's superficial as an attitude. It's superficial in which you just ignore everything else, and you're free to do it. And I'm not going to think bad of you, but in my opinion, it's superficial, because I would never do that. Okay, you need substance on stuff. But if you like, and this is something that I also say in my Galio video, and I say at the end of it, and many people don't watch it because they don't watch it, Or they don't stick to the end to read that. But what I say at the end of the Galio video is that, look, Aegis Frame, by the way, Aegis Frame Galio is one of my most watched videos. It's crazy. I was not expecting the amount of people loving that skin. I really wasn't. And I'm happy because it's I see it like a niche cosmetic, but like a niche fantasy, no? Like robots and stuff. I personally don't like it. But I'm happy to see that people also have strong likings on those cosmetics. So what I say at the end of the video is that, look, Aegis Frame Galio has a lot of reused animations, a lot, and when I say a lot, it's always it has to be contextual because it's hard that they 100% ray trace rigs. Okay, but there is some percentage that we can establish, and very often 80%, sometimes even 90% of rigs and animations and the consequent animations are traced, are reused. They just slightly move it, okay, and that impacts, in my opinion, the quality of a skin. It's important. It's important to make things from scratch. I mean, for example, no, Hainun Yone. Let's see. This is PB. I have it on live. Probably I don't have it here, but it's okay. Hainun Yone. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't have it. But Hainun Yone has a lot of okay, it's here. Hainun Yone has a lot of it's very distinct from base Yone, in my opinion. But at the same time, okay, if you observe the I think I can show you actually on the model viewer. Let's see, because I should have set it up. Because I prepared a video that I want to watch with you guys that I found. Okay, it's this one. I want to watch this video later. It's from an uploader called He Who Quacks, and this person clips very interesting segments from Riot Games creators. So, and it's very interesting because this one is actually Riot August, who, by the way, is one of the major Riot Games champion designers and game designers in general. His take on skins and gacha. German, thank you for subscribing. And so, okay, let me see if I go here. Okay, so let's see if I can open the model viewer so I can show you a bit. What I mean. Okay. We have it for the most part. So you will see, okay, special thanks to Kala Model Viewer, by the way, for this beautiful site, this beautiful tool that most content creators use for everything. If it wasn't for him, me and many other content creators would be doomed, even for just thumbnails and stuff, by the way. Anyway, if you check Yone and Haignun Yone, you will see that, of course, now it's hard to distinguish because the thing is that Haignun Yone actually has a double skeleton because they are like two individuals into one. Hainun also accounts for the demon. If you are familiar with the skin, it's super cool. But if you just look at the Yone's rig, if you try to, you will see that, of course, it needs to maintain a certain visual input for which you can't really 100% change it. But at the same time, you can notice, for example, you can see the chest going out like this.
You must follow.
And Boss June, thank you for following. You can see that the chest is going out, and the arms are going behind, arched back. Okay, and it's the same pattern that you see here with Hainunione, but you can see small details. You can see small details. So if you watch from game perspective, you will see that you will see right away that it's Aotione, because the way he wields the sword and the overall setup, okay, it will immediately tell you, okay, this is Yone. Okay, but at the same time, you will see how, for example, look at the legs. Look at the neck, the way his overall setup, his overall pose. You can see that there was a change from the very base. It wasn't just taken like this and just okay, let's just move let's move a bit the leg a bit on the left. Okay, and now let's move the sword a bit on the, okay, this way like this. Okay, yes, now we have a legendary. Most of legendary skins work like this now. Okay, but you can see the value in the small details. That's why I always say the small details matter. Okay, and you can see that even if the visual impact is the same, it screams Yone. You subconsciously, even if you don't notice those details, because these details exist, okay, they will make you say, okay, this is better, this is different, this is different. So even if you don't notice or read out loud the details, okay, the stacking up, the adding up of those details is what make the overall difference in the end. I hope I'm being clear enough, guys. I'm sorry, but I'm not a native English speaker, but I'm trying to put together words that make sense. Ciao Bellithia, hey, hello Ilie. No shows Vlad, ciao. I non Yone speak, it's speak. See, speak absolutely. It's essentially a new champion, I totally get it. Yeah. But also what I love the most is the implementation of this secondary character that is pretty much just let's see if I remember how to alt body. Okay, you have to play a bit. You have to disable the main body and everything, but you can see like there is an entire different entity, especially for example, okay, if you check out the spell 4, which is the ultimate, you will see okay, here you see it clearly. Okay, this adds a lot of value, and this is not WFX only. There is a 3D model work done here, and that's what I appreciate the most. It has its own rig. Do you see? It's not just visual effects. Hi Exo, ciao, ci. Fiddlesticks main. Hi, I got Viago from first pool. It's mean that skin is worth it or still... It's mean that skin is worth it or still not? What do you mean? Anyway, let's see. Okay, so yeah, the thing is that I'm completely okay. Going back to the Aegis frame Galio video, I am completely fine. Okay, even if there are some ray tracing, even if there are some reused animations, even if they did not upgrade status effect animations, okay, if you like Galio, if you like mechas, okay, and this I say at the very end of the video, you are free to do whatever you want, and I will not judge you for it. I will always, actually, and I always say the opposite. I will always admire someone who is passionate about their own characters. What I'm sad about, and what I try to do with my videos, is that I want these people to at least be aware. If they're going to spend money anyway because they love the champion, they have love for a champion, I understand you completely. We are human beings. I understand you completely. I won't judge you. It's your money. It's your money. You are responsible for your own money. Okay? You do with your money whatever you want. I don't care. You like the skin. That's good for you. I'm happy that they released the skin that you like. And that's something that I always make clear, guys. I always try to make this clear. I was never judgmental for how someone decides to spend their money. If I say, for example, one of a very close friend of mine that I met through my community um, likes Victor a lot. Okay, likes Victor a lot, and I remember talking about Victor in one of my early videos from last year, because essentially Arcane Savior Victor came out together with Arcane Brawler Vi and Arcane Survivor Jace, okay, and they were the first legendary skins of 2025 right after Ambessa and right after Mythmaker Gene, if I remember. Uh, I might be wrong here. No, I'm not wrong. It's 2025 or 2024. No. I think that those skins came out. Those skins came out after Ambessa. It was after Ambessa came out, or maybe before. Guys, help me here. Maybe they came out before. I'm losing myself here. Hi, have you seen Nora from Wild Rift? No, I didn't, but it's very cute. It's super cute. I think what they do with Wild Rift is impressive, by the way, and there is so much more work put and so much more overall quality, in my opinion. I don't know if it's due to engine limitations, very likely so, but Wild Rift, even if, of course, in-game quality is super compressed because it's a mobile game. You have to remember that. So you will notice that 3D models in Wild Rift, they are super nerfed. They are super low quality, low resolution. But that's normal because, again, it's a mobile game. It has to adapt to a much lower end hardware. So, like December. Okay, November was when Arcane Season 2 engine came out in February. Ah, okay. Arcane Season 2 engine. Ah, okay. November was Arcane Season 2 engine came out in February. Okay, like December. Okay. So, but anyway, I remember that those skins, okay, were one of the first ones to kinda refine the bad quality of the new legendary skins. Okay, and the only one you could notice was Victor, and the reason is simple because Vi, Arcane Brawler Vi, of course, it's way more updated because uh, base Vi is super old, super old, and same with Jace. Base Jace is super old. Of course, Riot couldn't just reuse or recycle assets from those super old models. Otherwise, it would be ridiculous. It would be really ridiculous. Even though they kind of did something like that for Shaco, cut in the box Shaco. So that's another matter. And so I remember that this was one of the first skins that I criticized myself. And I said, this is not okay. And the reason why I said this is not okay is not because you don't have to buy it, guys. You should not buy this. And if you buy this, you are a piece of beep and beep and beep and beep and every bad words in the world. No, No, I never said this, and I never implied that. And if it was implied and people understood this, I'm sorry. It means that I am not good. I am not properly conveying the message that I intend to convey. And I need to understand this and make this clear, because otherwise I really have to review the way I express myself, which is already not the best, because again, I'm not an English. I barely know Italian, so can you imagine how good I can be with English? So this was one of the first ones that I criticized, and this dear friend of mine, she still got it, and she's super happy with her purchase, and I'm happy for her. I'm happy for her. I didn't just say, ew. Ew, so she bought it. Ew, oh my god. Then she didn't even listen to me. How dare she spend money on things that she likes? No. No, of course. I still love her very, very much, actually, and I respect it a lot. And she respects me, and she never, it's not because I said I criticized her favorite character, her favorite champion. It's not because of that she just got upset at me, or she just unfollowed me, unsubscribed, or anything of the sort. Okay, so this is to make you understand my point, because it's important for me that you guys understand my position on these kind of things. Okay. Now, that being said, let's cut to the chase. Okay. Because now that you know this is my PB account, but since I have no reasons to hide myself, okay, and since I want things to be clear, because I'm not trying to preach something that I don't believe into. Okay, I want it to be known that I did buy, unfortunately, and I say unfortunately, because of all the reasons that we can talk to, that I always say, by the way, that I always stated, and we can talk to until tomorrow. I did buy, in fact, this skin. Thank God I didn't take me the full price, but I did buy Diego skin, guys. This is my PBE account, but I also I have it on my live account. So I do have it, and I want this to be clear. I bought it. Again, thank God I didn't spend the full amount. Thank God. And even if I didn't spend the full amount, I still felt bad with myself. But again, I felt responsible with my own money. I had money that I could spend. So that's pretty much it. I received a lot of hatred and shit even from people I care about. Okay, and if you guys hear that if some of you guys that are watching me, okay, also think that me purchasing this skin is something hypocritical, something that goes against myself or my channel or my. This means that you really don't follow me. You really don't understand my. There is either one issue with me actually conveying the message, or it's you who don't properly pay attention to my videos or my stance on things. So again, I will always agree, and even now I still feel bitter because the skin is very well done. It's very well done. I argued on this with a lot of people. Again, even people from my community, okay, who say that it's not true. But this skin is actually, I think that it sells a gameplay experience. It's really a new milestone. The amount of effort they put into this skin in gathering feedback from actually recognized Viego players, which is not me, by the way. And I think I'm missing some chats here. I don't understand, because I see multiple chats. Exol, you're super valid. The primary contributing factor to your success is that you are the bridge for players to vent their frustrations. No, next questions. I did too. He keeps stating that Exalted skins are not worth, but he doesn't judge those who do because their love for champion. Same got it around 50-ish. People can have opinions and spend their money how they want. That's crazy. The Exalted skins is not worth it, blah blah blah. Yet he still buys and goes against his own values. Just sounds like he's trying to make it more exclusive to himself, considering how he snitched on others. You're just a hypocrite. Okay, Nefus. Here's the thing. I spent my last week trying to explain this situation, and there is people who still doesn't have it clear. The reason why people are calling me snitch is because of a post that was going on in Viago mains that now was removed by moderators. That originally, and I say originally hinted because the thing is that from people by the League community, you hypocrite. Nifos, you should calm down. You really should calm down. I'm going to explain it to you, and I'm very calm if you hear my voice. Are you here to listen, or are you just here to hate? Because if your objective is just being here and hate, it means that you really don't care. You're just here to be a hater. So I can just ban you, and that's it. But if you care about an explanation, I can give it to you. What do you say? Exo can spend his money how he wants and still make videos on the overall design quality. See, now this guy is clearly... There are a lot, sadly. There are a lot who both misinterpreted my... It's not how he spends his money, it's how he goes against his own values. What are my values, though, Nifus? Can you tell me what my values are? The thing is, there's people who judge on what others find valuable because they think they're morally superior. You're not. When someone opens their wallets and spends money, you shut the fuck up and stay quiet. See, but I understand. No, I agree. And also, the work that I do is actually helping people to understand what they're buying. And that's it. I am not judging anyone for buying and spending money however they want. I can agree, and I still agree, even if I bought, and so in a way I contribute, not in a way, I did contribute to this rotten system, because it's a rotten system, there is no way around it. So I did contribute to this, to the gacha, but at the same time I don't like it, and I wish it wasn't a thing in the game. That being said, I also recognize that whatever we all think, whatever the whole world combined thinks, it's nothing against the Eastern Asian culture that basically carry. And also, despite a lot of people saying this, especially this skin here in particular, I think that the Exalted skin for Viago was the biggest sale in history. So Nefus went silent because I don't read any more of his chat. But I'm going to explain it anyway for those who are following me, who are watching me and they are still not aware. So basically, the reason why Nefus called me as niche is because before the Exalted Viago skin was released, and I made an entire streaming about this, by the way. There is people who are still, of course, that they don't follow me, so they just, but they do come here to spit shit at me. That's for sure. So, but to make it clear again, I will try to be as quick as possible. The thing is that before Exalted Viago skin was released, there was a post going on the Viago main subreddit with this guy who said, "Hi guys, I'm trying to get Exalted Viago skin for cheap," and that's fine. That's okay. And then he says, "So, since I usually go to this site, this black market site," and he he mentioned this black market site, okay? For those who don't know, guys, black market, League of Legends black market, it's the dark side. It's not only an exclusive thing of League of Legends. Every successful game has a black market. And it involves violating the terms of service, the terms of user, stealing and hacking accounts with debit cards, with bank accounts connected, stealing other people's money, gifting, all of these shady things, okay, gift trading, all of this bad shit, okay, and that's something that I hate. I hate it. I don't want this shit in my game. I don't want it. Okay, so this guy said, look, usually I do this, and he mentions this black market site. But since the Sanctum can't be exploited like this, because you can't gift stuff of the Sanctum, okay, then I am using discounted Riot Point gift cards, and that's okay. Actually hunting for discounted Riot Point gift cards, I completely endorse. It's something that you should do. I don't do it because I'm lazy and I'm a bad consumer, but if it's something that you actively do, I admire you a lot. So the thing that I did want to report, because I hate it like from my very guts, is the black market. The black market thing. Okay, that's something that I don't want. I want it actually exterminated. Not because I am supporting Riot, not because Riot pays me, not because Riot gifted me the skin. They didn't gift me the skin. So, but because I care about League of Legends and its players. Because guys, something that is not clear for some people about the black market is that the black market does not damage Riot Games. Because Riot Games, at the end of the day, is still getting their money. You can't cheat the number of Riot points you have. You still have to pay Riot Games. People who suffer, okay, is other players. And if you actually endorse and contribute to this black market thing, first of all, in my opinion, it's way worse than contributing to gacha. So you should actually revisit your own priorities. And also, people who make use of the black market, they do it saying, because fuck Riot. But when in truth, again, I'm going to remark the fact that you are damaging other players. You're not damaging Riot Games, because Riot Games is still getting money out of it. So that's the part that I wanted to fight, and the part that I absolutely wanted exterminated, because I have a friend who went through this, whose account was stolen and went thrown into the black market. Okay, since it's a dear thing to me, I don't want this shit. Not because of Diego, not because of the Exalted skin, not because Riot, blah 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 blah. It's because I don't want this shit. Okay, so I reported it on X, I tagged Riot Games, okay, and I said, guys, some shady stuff is going on here. Please take action against it. And the guy, the original poster, okay, got immediately notified of that. And he edited out the part where he said that he used black market site. So only the part where he uses gift cards remained. So from that point on, people like Nofus, how is he called? Nefus, who now is not talking anymore, apparently. People like him, they saw me snitching. They opened the post, the Reddit post, and they saw that the guy only mentioned gift cards. So they came back to me and they said, you snitcher, what's wrong with people spending less money on the skin? So you guys can understand that there was this kind of situation, okay, that was problematic, and it escalated into hell for me. I literally spent 4 days in a row super stressed. Okay. Let's see what you guys are talking about. And Nefus disappeared. I would really much like to know what Nefus thinks, because if Nefus stays with the same opinion, it means that he's not really into the whole situation or the black market. He doesn't really care for morality. He's just here to hate me. So he's just using the whole situation as a catalyst to hate me, and that's a whole different root of the cause, a whole different thing. So I'm sorry that Nefus didn't stick with us to listen to me. That's a shame. Comparing the previous quality. Just ignore this difference. This is worth the time. In the time of his be good, guys. Let's not degenerate into the same level as them. I appreciate that you guys take my side, but the truth is that I don't want people to defend me because I am me. I want people to understand that I did it for the community. I didn't do it for Riot, but people still think that I did it like as if I did it for Riot Games because Riot Games pays me. No, Riot Games, guys, doesn't even not even Rioters get skins for free. Because Tencent and Riot Games suits, corpo suits, they will not allow for free income to be, not even on a very few uh, very few individuals. They don't want that. So yeah, I don't get how people don't get your point. All you do is comparing skins to other skins and the prices. I think you are a hypocrite. I agree with Big Bad Bear and a lot of other people who think otherwise. I used to support you. Siva, I'm not here to hate. Siva Nefus, but did you understand? Did you listen to me? Did you listen to what happened with the post or not? Because I think you didn't. And if you did, can you tell me? Then why are you calling me snitch? Because it wasn't clear the situation to you, right? Riot dislikes you more than anything, probably. Probably, no, probably they don't even give a shit about me. I don't know. I actually have some Rioters follow me on X, on Twitter, but if anything, I'm very annoying with them because I always ping them to change things. For example, since September there is a bug with Briar, with Briar's W animation. Um, with Briar's W animation, that basically if you use W too close to your target, she won't the attack the frenzy attack animation will not overwrite the transition to W run, so you will see her start the running animation while she's actually hitting. So it's something super weird to look at. It's super strange. And so now that it's clear, now that I made clear, okay, Nefus is not really super active here because I'm looking at the real time chat and he's not really into the whole thing. Apparently, Nefus, all it comes out from the whole situation is that you just want to hate because I'm open to clear things up. About Big Bad Bear, I already I don't want to make more drama out of it, but Big Bad Bear criticized me just like many people, just like you, Nefus, for a situation that wasn't clear at all to them, that they didn't understand, that they misinterpreted, and they still expressed bitterness towards me without knowing anything and judging me. And honestly, I never said anything about Big Bad Bear. Even he talked about me refusing to tag me, which is kinda funny. But honestly, I don't have strong opinions about Big Bad Bears because all he does is torturing his few hidden connections, especially on the Chinese sides on Bilibili, because they have access to League of Legends stuff in a more direct way, because the Chinese League of Legends side is more in deep contact with the root of Tencent. So very often Tencent releases Chinese exclusive stuff. So of course they manage somehow to leak things. And Big Bad Bear is this Brazilian content creator who basically hunts down and torture people. I know because I had multiple people reporting me his methods, where basically he chases people down on Discord, on social medias to have things given to him, and then he slaps his watermark on stuff. But that's the entirety of his own content creation style. Honestly, I was never a fan because I don't think that he really produces anything of any kind of value. If anything, a lot of people get spoiled of things when they don't want to be spoiled. So I don't know. I really don't think anything anymore about Big Bad Bear. I never thought anything big, but now I don't really think anything. Anyway, so Nefus just doesn't answer. So I guess that he had no interest whatsoever in the first place. So now that it's clear, now that I told you, you guys can either understand what I said, or after I made clear this whole, you can rewatch. If you just connected now, you can rewatch the stream if you like. After I made clear my position, if you guys understand my position, then I really appreciate and value you, because it means that you actually understand me. If you guys are just here to now say that I'm some kind of hypocrite and that I forsake my own values, I have no idea what to say. I will try to, from now on, I will try to make myself clearer, because I'm sorry when people just misunderstand or don't actually grasp the meaning of my words or the meaning of my videos in general. And so that's all I can do. That being said, again, yes, I'm going to repeat it. Yes, I did buy the Viego skin. Thankfully, didn't take the full amount, but it's still a considerable money, and I'm still bitter. Despite I find the skin very good, I'm still bitter about it. Okay, and I condemn the system. The gacha is. I find the gacha being borderline criminal. And I do not endorse it. I hate the FOMO thing. I hate the exclusivity of the skins. I think that at the very worst case scenarios, they should just make the skins accessible for everyone. 50 euros. No FOMO, no events, no limited pool, no limited anything. I think that this should be something that everyone should enjoy. Okay. Then again, it's like everything in life, guys. You can't always afford luxuries. And let's be real. A free-to-play game that sells cosmetic, okay, you are still enjoying a free-to-play game. My best friends, and I'm not kidding on this, my best friends enjoyed 15 years of League of Legends, and they don't give a shit about skins. They never bought a skins or a battle pass because they couldn't care less. They just want to grind ranked. And they did it for more than 15 years without ever spending a dime on the game. So there is value on this, because there is no pay to win in the game. There is no pay to win elements or quality of life elements. There is nothing of the sort. Okay, and that's really valuable, and I think that it's one of the biggest reasons why League of Legends is so successful. So yeah, I completely condemn the whole gacha system. I don't agree with it. But again, I am only human. I am a player. I have my own likings. I never said otherwise. Sabi. Hope you like to say I wish you guys good stream. Grazie, Sabi. Tenerosa. And so, did Axel buy the skin or not? See, Kenji, I already said that 3 times. I did buy the skin. Fortunately, it did not take me the full whole amount, but at the same time, I am bitter for the purchase, because I'm against, in the sense that, again, when I say that I'm against something, it doesn't mean that I'm willing to go to war and die for it. Okay, and I never say this. Okay, it's not because. For example, we can be of the same opinion when it comes to, let me think, food. For example, I am against animal abuse. I'm against animals being completely farmed. How do you say that in English? Intensive farming and intensive abuse of animals just for the production of meat. And I agree, I'm against those things, but at the same time, if I want to eat an hamburger, I'm going to eat an hamburger. I want you guys to understand me, that I'm just a normal person. I am not some kind of crusader who he's trying to make some kind of morality or ethos his flag. I never said that. Then it is what it is. Congratulations on the skin, bro. Kenji, thank you. I mean, again, it's a good skin because I think it's a very good skin. I'm not proud of the system, and I'm not proud of the amount of money that it does not reflect what I bought. But again, I'm only human. I wish things weren't this way. But it's my money, and guys, I really don't know what else. Every time I discovered another Exalted skins, he's posted on Twitter. Christopher is saying something. Wait, I think I can open his chat. Okay, yes. I just don't like StreamerBot. By the way, is super good. It's such a. If you guys stream or want to stream, use StreamerBot because it's such a useful tool. Like I can click the names on the chat and I can see the chat history directly from this program. I don't have to do it from YouTube or super nice. Anyway, let's see what Christopher says. I just don't like hypocrites at the end of the day. Every time he's covered another Exalted skins, he's posted on Twitter like, "Bud, you're digging a hole for yourself." Well, what do you mean? Then don't condemn or criticize others who have spent money on the gacha machine. They're only human too. But how? When did I ever say that, Christopher? When did I ever say that? When did I ever judge or condemn people for buying? I don't think I ever did. I honestly don't think I ever did. Because I don't. That's some hypocrisy. You condemn it, but you still participate, man. However, you spent 70, which is 20 over the price of outing skin, which should be of the same value. No, this is probably not directed to me. I think the problem people have with that him buying the skin is that all of last year he was trashing on the skins, saying it's bad financial decision, but since it's a good Viego skin. No, see, the thing is that I never said it's a bad financial decision as the main focus of the video. See, this is where you're wrong, and this is where you are misinterpreting my videos. The whole point of my videos, regardless of the Exalted, okay, the Exalted skins only have the aggravation of the price and the system, but the whole focus of the videos, the focus of my whole argument is that even Exalted skins that should be the utmost pinnacle of premium cosmetics, for example Radiant Serpent set, still manage to feature less stuff than base free set. That's what I condemn. That's the focus of the whole video. That's what I condemn. And when I condemn the price, I do it in a way that I want people to say, ah, fuck, I am actually spending $250 in a skin that has less things than base skin or the legendary skin, because I want to remind you that Spirit Blossom set has more voice lines and more status effect animations and contexts and transitions than Radiant Serpent set. And face rig, by the way. But that's something that even base set has face rig, and Radiant Serpent set Exalted skin doesn't. So that's what I'm blaming. I'm not blaming it's a the bad financial decision is up to you. Is it bad for your finances? Can you afford the skin? That's up to you. But I'm saying that it's absurd because generally speaking, we are talking about a sum that is not accessible. It's not an accessible amount of money, okay? And for what you are asking, you as Riot, you are selling something that is worse than the base model, the base product, the base free product. That's what I'm blaming. Mordekaiser, okay, when the Exalted Mordekaiser was released, the first time, I caught it on PBE, and I tried it, and I made a video about it. And things were bad, and I said it was the title, like, things are bad, things are super bad. Why things are bad? Because they are asking for a lot of money, and that's a lot of money, but again, I never judged people who decide to spend that amount of money. What I'm judging, and judging is not even the right word in my opinion, but what I'm pointing out, what I'm upset about, because the reason why I get motivated and upset is because it makes me upset, okay, is the fact that you give me a skin that should represent the pinnacle of cosmetics, and you make it worse, or you make it not relevantly good at all compared to the base free product. That's the insane part. And that's something that, unluckily for me, I wish it wasn't the case, that's something that they changed perfectly with the Viego skin. I wish they didn't do it with Viego, so people couldn't use it as a weapon against me, like, it's because it's Viego, it's because you play Viego. God damn it, I wish that Viego sucked, because if Viego sucked the same way other Exalted skins suck, and trust me, if he did, you guys would know. You would know. Okay. I wish, because if he did, I wouldn't have bought it. I wouldn't. So that's the thing, Christopher. I never judged anyone. I am. See, what you fail to understand is that I am on the player side here. I am on the player side. I get mad for things for you. For things that sometimes you can't see. I get mad, guys, for you, for things that often you can't see because they are not easy to see, but that, in my opinion, matter. It doesn't matter for you. Those things don't matter for you. Go ahead and buy the skin. I never said that you shouldn't, or that you're a piece of shit if you do that. I never said so. And if you're saying that I said something like this, you either don't watch my videos, or you are just here to hate me. That's the thing. That's the thing. I don't know what else to say, guys. I won't even lie, Exo. I've seen so many Viego Revenant skins lately in Ranked. But Draki Knight. This Viego skin probably funded the Riot Games for the next 10 years. I'm not even kidding, because it's crazy. And again, it's not something to be happy for, in the sense that good job Riot with those prices and rotten systems that basically lure people to spend money with sunk cost fallacy, because that's what happened. Okay, and I especially don't agree, and I'm saying, no, I don't agree. I'm not saying that you're a piece of shit if you do it, and I hate you, or I'm going to, I don't know. Okay, I'm saying that I don't agree with those people who say, hey, by the way, I found it in one pool. Okay, if you say something like this, and you see a lot of people doing that, okay, and I think that not all of them are genuine, not all of them are true, but if you go and say stuff like, oh guys, hey guys, I found it in one pool, okay, that's bad, in my opinion, because that's how you actually promote the system. That's how you promote it, because you help Riot Games in luring doubtful people who are just thinking, should I actually try? Like, it's a lot of money for me, but maybe I can find it. Maybe I can also find it in 2 pools. No, it will never happen. And if you happen, it's like you won the lottery. It's a luck that it's insane. You should never. That's why I say that I would much more respect. People on this have different opinions, because they say, no, it's your fault, because you should give for granted that it's 250 euros. If you're lucky, you can find it earlier, and so you save some money. Some people have this perspective. I respect that, because everyone is entitled to their own perspective on things. My perspective, my own personal perspective, if you want to hear it, is that is not true. Because a lot of people is not much able to be responsible for their money. That's why gamble exists. That's why gambling exists. That's why all of those warnings saying, "Hey, if you play this card game, if you play this lottery game, know that it's super dangerous. Know that, but it's your fault. It's your business. It's up to you." No, it's not because you put that little message that you're excused. That the people who reads that say, okay, no, he's right. No, people often cannot control their impulse, and they will believe stuff. They will make things up. Okay. Again, it's a very complex thing. It has a very dark. It's very dark patterns. Okay, inside the. So if you at least put the skin 250 euros flat, okay, people will not be deluded into being lucky and pull it. That's what I think. Mordekaiser got updated. Exactly, Mordekaiser got updated, and by the way, they added transition animations, all stuff that I pointed out, a lot of stuff, not all of it, but a lot of stuff that I pointed out in my videos got updated. I doubt I had any play in that. I doubt that. If I helped, I'm happy because I fought for Mordekaiser players to have something better, even if it's not accessible for everyone. I know that it's not accessible for everyone and the system is bad. But so, what else am I supposed to do, guys? You guys want me to be a crusader of some kind of politics, some kind of principles, and I don't. For example, I had a fight with one of my community members because I said. Then again, they misunderstood because I read again and they misunderstood, and they thought that I called Nicky Boy and TB Skyen hypocrite when I didn't say that they were hypocrite. I say that I would be an hypocrite if. Anyway, the thing is that I can't be like Nicky Boy and TB Skyen, and I love them both. I love them both. But Nicky Boy and TB Skyen, and I respect them for it, they chose to do so. They grade those skins, those exalted skins. They give it the lowest rank possible. Even if they're good, it doesn't matter. They rank it the lowest because of the system, because of the gacha skin. I understand it. I respect that, but I don't do it. I do something else. I actually still try to value the work, the beauty of the product per se. The price is something different, but that's something that I do. So what? I'm a piece of shit because I just don't say no. This is bullshit. This is bullshit. I'm not even going to make a video about it. Or maybe I should be an hypocrite in the sense that I make the whole video. Oh, this is like this, but it's shit, guys. Don't buy it. It's shit because fuck you and because fuck gacha. No, I would be an hypocrite because if I genuinely think that the skin is good, why do I have to overshadow the combined big effort of a team? Especially from me, which is super rare to compliment a skin team. Okay? Why should I do that? Only because of the gacha. Yes, the gacha is bad. Jesus Christ. Of course it's bad. But it's not up to me to teach you that. Okay? So, this is the thing. It's outsold every other exalted skin since it came out. See, Vlad. They made big money. They made big money, undeniably. And that's the reason why they will never stop making these skins. And that's why at least what I want to do about the whole thing is trying to make players and Riot, if they will ever watch me, see that this kind of quality should be streamlined. Skin tiers should be more refined. Okay? And past examples and past productivity and quality should be preserved and improved upon rather than just forgotten or just casually sometimes hinted at. That's all I do. I don't do anything else, guys. I don't know what to say. People. That's why I say that it's just parasocial projection, because people just make anything they want to make out of me or my words or my videos. So I'm sorry, because probably it's also my fault. The way I express myself is at fault here. But I don't know what to say, guys. Are we actually able to have a conversation that is fair, as if we both have pirated the skin and have experience doing so? What's going on? Lol. Christopher came here with a vendetta. Oh my god, I just... Hello brother, ciao Forsaken. They're not worth. No, Pepsi, ciao. No, they're not worth, of course. And I always say, every step of the way, it's like every 5 seconds I have to stop and say, guys, not worth, not worth. Gacha bad, gacha slop. Guys, not worth, bad, gacha bad, riot bad. I can't do that every 5 seconds. Jesus Christ, guys. It's not the point of my content. It's not the point of my content. And if you guys think that it is, stop watching me. Unsubscribe, unfollow, do that. A lot of people come to me and say, I am subscribed because I what? Because you, not me. Because you just think whatever you want to think. I'm fine with it. This is not an airport. You don't have to announce your departure. Go. Because what people actually achieve by telling me, oh, by the way, I'm unsubscribing, is just me getting on a bad mood and shadow banning them, so that if in a future they want to be seen or contribute to my videos or to my community, they will never be seen again, because I sent you straight to the shadow realm. So I hope that they are happy with their decision, with their words. They are the Crusaders. I am not a Crusader. They are the Crusaders, but let them keep it for themselves. Are we actually able to? What's going on here, though? Lol, Christopher came in with a vendetta. I am a main Diego. I insta-buy him. Do I like it? Yes. Should Riot do a lot more skin? Of course. Is it worth? Well, I am happy, and that is enough. Everyone has its own. I respect everyone's opinion. I myself can say I'm against the system. I'm against this system. Does it make an hypocrite because I still bought this skin? Just the skin, because I'm only human and I have my weaknesses and my likings? I don't think it's contradictory to the fact that I still think that the system is wrong. But at the same time, I never made it my own war to because at this otherwise I wouldn't just buy anything or play the game at all. It lasts longer than eating out 10 times somewhat. Okay, people can spend their money on what they want. Yes, people can spend their money on... And then again, and this is something, guys, this is something that I want to say, because it came out, especially on the whole X drama. This is something that came out, okay? So, I want my position to be clear on the matter. I think, and I saw a lot of people feel entitled on skins, on cosmetics. Like, Riot needs to make things like this. They owe it to us. And sorry guys, but if you think something like this, I personally think that it's super cringe. It's super cringe, and I think that you have an issue if you actually think that Riot Games skins should be made in a way that it has to conform to your own personal likings because Riot Games owes it to you. No. And a lot of people says that I do, because I make the videos, so it's like I actually ask Riot Games to do things the way I want to, when it's not true. Again, I'm going to remark this. I don't do that because I think that Riot should do things the way I say. Because if Riot was to do things the way I say, trust me that the game would be awful, would be super ugly. Nobody would play League of Legends, okay? What I do with my videos, what I want Riot Games to see, not to... it's not like I want them to do that, okay? Sorry, it's not like I want to force them to do what I say, okay? But what I want to help Riot to see and players to see is that more can be done, and it can be done better. Not that Riot should do as I say, okay? And a lot of people feel entitled on skins. No, these skins should be like this and should cost like this because I say so. But what does it mean? Again, we can protest on prices, we can say that the prices are absurd and the system is insane, but you can't just demand things of Riot. Riot doesn't owe you anything. Riot gives you a completely free-to-play experience, constantly updated every two weeks. Every 2 weeks it's constantly updated. Okay, so you demanding that a completely optional feature has to be done in a certain way because you say so, you have some issues. I think that you have some issues. I'm sorry, but I think that you have some issues. And a lot of people on X, they were literally fighting tooth and nails on the matter, as if Riot Games, instead of selling skins and cosmetics, optional cosmetics that do not impact in any mechanical way the game experience, as if instead of selling those cosmetics, they sold water and food, or basic human necessities. They literally were fervent and zealous the same way one should be for human rights. It's crazy when I read that. I am the first one, okay, who gets passionate about this stuff, and I'm the first one who would like for things to be done better. But I would never demand a skin to be done good the same way I would demand some people to have basic human rights and necessities, guys. That's madness. It's madness. Dog, all I have to do is look at the price to guarantee the skin. I remember these are just pixels, so why get it? Lasts longer than eating. Okay, we can. But for example, in the case of set, I would compare the price with what you can buy with that amount in League. Exalted skins are unfair in a world where ultimate skins existed. See, I agree, Aki. But again, I can disagree on certain selling systems, but we cannot at the same time ignore, and I'm not justifying Riot because of that, but at the same time we cannot ignore the fact that League of Legends at its core, it's a free-to-play game that offers anybody in the world, however they want, to enjoy the game and be part of it. So we can disagree with their methods, with their systems, with their selling cosmetic optional products, but we can, in my opinion, we cannot feel entitled to how they should make everything, how they should guide the company.
You must follow.
Beanie Creamy, grazie Beanie Creamy, thank you Beanie Creamy, so cute, cute name, Beanie Creamy. Why is this guy still yapping? Pepsi, come on. Wow, Christopher, yes, I'm a Viago main too. Hell, when they started doing the mythic chromas, they targeted champions I play. Jean, Echo, and Yone. I always get the legendaries, but I couldn't justify spending 200 for them. Okay, that's completely on you. For example, I don't like chromas in general, and I don't like that. I don't judge people. Even people from my community, a lot of them buy the chromas, the mythic chromas, and I never told them that they are pieces of shit, arrogant, hypocritical people because of that and because they follow my channel. You follow my channel and you buy that stuff? No, fuck you, I'm banning you, get the fuck. No, I didn't because I am coherent with my thought. I am coherent with the fact that I don't judge people, that I don't care what you do with your money. I'm just here to open your eyes on things that are hard to see and that, in my opinion, impact, because it impacts for me, they are impactful for me. They impact decision making when it comes to purchasing cosmetics. But you're assuming that people want to buy the things with the same amount. Exalted skins replace ultimates. The train is gone. Does Riot have an item for every person regardless? I'm a Shyvana OTP. If the rework would be coming and Riot would make a $250 Shyvana skin. Oh my god, I can't, by the way, I can't wait to see the new Shyvana. I'm so excited, honestly. Because the little preview that they show us, she looks super cool, super badass. And generally, I'm not into dragons, I'm not into female champions, but she looked super cool. I'm very excited. With a fully updated model animations, I would feel insulted and I will probably quit the game. For example, Aki, they did this with Jinx, Arcane Factory Jinx. Arcane Factory Jinx, in my opinion, is bad in the sense that I think that it brings a lot of updates. I can never try it because Riot. Look, this is the. Now, if they unlock it now, I'm gonna get super mad. Huh? But this is the PB, and if I go to the store, usually Exalted skins cost 1 Riot points, but you can only buy it when it's ongoing. Then they remove it even from PB. Okay, so Arcane, Fractured, Jinx doesn't show. Doesn't show. It's so I can't check Arcane Factory Jinx, but it looks like a big update. Honestly, it looks like a big update, and it's a shame because it's basically a paywalled Azu. And the same happened with Jace, the same happened with Vi, unfortunately. Because those are canon skins. This means that they're literally like one of the new updated forms of Arcane Fracture Jinx. Okay. Going to show you Jinx and Arcane Enemy Jinx. Okay, so this was the free Arcane skin that they gave. Okay. This is base Jinx. This is base Jinx. This is the let's call it texture pack, texture update that is canon of Jinx. This is what Jinx Azu should be. because it's her. It's her. It's canon. And the issue with this being canon and reflecting the same status of the current champion, it's not something in the past like Sanus Almor the Kaiser, for example, okay? It's literally her now, okay? This literally conflicts with the base champion, and it means that they will never make, because it's impossible. They will never make an Azu for Jinx. It will never happen. Because if they make an Azu for Jinx, will it be better than this? Or will it be the same? That's the bad thing. That's the issue. That's the issue that I have with those skins. So let's see what you guys are saying, and then I want to watch the Riot August gacha Riot August thoughts on skins and gacha. I want to watch it with you and see what he has to say, and maybe we can comment it together and let me fetch the chat window. Okay. So, all I'ma say is that if Riot makes a Sugar Rush Nunu where he rolls a Peppermint, take my money. See, but everyone has their own weakness, and they shouldn't be judged because of that. They shouldn't be judged because of that. Me included. But not because only me. Luca! Grande Luca. solutions have been tried, and the West does not like to spend money. Riot changed course and began targeting the ones who do not mind. Exactly, Kenji, I agree. And the problem is that they speak louder than the rest of the world combined. Not only the West, the rest of the world combined, they cannot. They have no voice over this. You will never. We will never change it. Sadly, it doesn't matter. I can make videos until I die of old age. So basically tomorrow. But no, but seriously, it's not gonna change anything because they dictate they dictate the entire market, the entire gacha market. To be fair, the West leaves pay to check, so I'll give that to you. Some do, most don't. It's like the LV bags and the gears. If you know LV bags, what is the LV bags? Downbringer Riven Nightbringer Chroma is actually nice since it was just maybe 50 mythic essence or less. I changed FX from blue to red. I think those chromas are cool. You should check it out. Do you remember when the mythical chromas used to come with capsules that give you skin shards? Now you only... See, I remember. I remember the Yasuo one had the same system. Was one of the last ones. No, maybe it was Garen and Darius. The last ones with dedicated capsules. But also the entire gacha thing, it's also bullshit because it contradicts the same system that they have, for example, on Wild Rift, where you can use the mythic essences, because I don't know, they use like core in Wild Rift, wild core, something like that. You can use, okay, it's like imagine being able to buy exalted skins using mythic essences on the Sanctum. That would make sense. So at least if you pull, you are still saving up some currency that you can use for actual releases. That makes sense. It doesn't fix the whole thing because gacha is still wrong in my opinion. But at least it would be more digestible. That's what I think. I'm head out now. Just know that you're valid, Exo. The last thing we want you to do is limit your enjoyment of the game solely because of opinions. Grazie. Thank you, Vlad. I'm glad to know that there are people like you who at least understand. Thank you very much. It's the Jinxazu. I mean, they are more people and they are many willing to do it. It's still more money than what we give Riot. I'm going to have to ask you something. Explain how 250 skins are affecting the gameplay quality of League. I'm confused. S16 seems to be very fun so far. And next year, new client. And all for free, by the way. And I'm not saying this to justify the gacha, but this is all for free. My best friends will still enjoy the game without spending a single euro on the game, on League of Legends. And that's something that you have to value to some degree. Something that you have to respect. That's why I don't feel like it's right to feel entitled towards Riot. We can protest, we can give our opinion, we can say it's wrong, but we shouldn't fight with tooth and nails as if they were selling food and water to us, and we cannot afford it. That would be worth rioting for. But a skin in a video game? No. And you have mental problems, in my opinion, if you do that. You have mental problems. Also, having a blast on Riftbound. And while I'm not a fan of fighting games, 2xKO was pretty decent. Yeah, I also agree. The 2xKO, unfortunately, I'm also not a fan of fighting games, but I hope that it's gonna get all the success it deserves because I'm all for the franchise expansion. I want League of Legends to go abroad. I like projects like Arcane. I want League of Legends to go full potential. That's why I'm also waiting eagerly for the MMO, for example. I love the game. Sometimes I don't like it. Sometimes I don't like Riot Games for what they do. But I love this game and nothing will ever change it. And trust me, if I still love World of Warcraft, even if I don't like it and I'm barely even playing lately, I'm pretty sure that it's gonna be real hard for me to let go of something like League of Legends that I've been playing since 2011. Okay, got it. Yeah, you're right. For example, the Xayah Legendary. Oh no, okay, it's not about the gameplay, but the other skins quality. As I said, they are earning money from League and uh, using to make good stuff outside LoL. As I understood right, he both got this. Okay, got it. Yeah, you're right. For example, the Xayah Legendary, but I do think it's because they made the stupid decision to fire too many people and create third-party contracts. Sì, that's also. Sì. No, for example, and this I made it clear even in my community post, for example. But I hate Riot for the layoffs. I hate them for that. Now, hate, not as in crime hating or something super. But it upset me. It upset me because they literally cut corners on what should be the main priority in the game. And I will not agree with that. But at the same time, I am nobody to tell Riot what to do, unfortunately. So we are just talking. It's just speaking, just talking. It's like I'm talking with friends right now. I'm not preaching some kind of revolution. I'm not trying to convert people to whatever you guys think I should convert people into. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so let's watch the video.
What do you think about the new Exalted skin? Do you think they're worth?
By the way, this is Riot August. This is one of the major champion and game designers of League of Legends. He designed Viego, he designed Nar, Echo, who else? Anyway, he's a designer. He's a champion designer too, and he has a lot of importance in Riot games.
$250. Now that is a great question. So I can give you my thoughts on cosmetics in games. And I will note that these are my personal thoughts. They do not necessarily reflect the thoughts of Riot.
That's right. That's fair.
And
of course.
But it's how I, as a designer.
Can you guys hear? By the way, because I want you to be able to hear. Can you guys hear the video? Can somebody confirm if you guys can hear the video? I'm gonna play it, guys. Tell me if you can't hear. Okay, yeah. Okay, perfect.
Over the years, seeing games like League of Legends have like formulated opinions on selling cosmetics. And yeah, the thought here is, for starters, games that are free to play, like League of Legends, need to sell cosmetics. That's just 100% something that must happen. It keeps the lights on.
Wait.
Is on selling cosmetics. But it's how I, as a designer over the years, seeing games like League of Legends, have like formulated opinions on selling cosmetics.
Okay.
And yeah, the thought here is, for starters, games that are free to play, like League of Legends, need to sell cosmetics. That's just...
Yes. You guys agree? No? It's obvious. It's a free-to-play game. It's obvious. This is how League of Legends was born. It was basically a project of 5-10 people, and it grew because of that. The reason why League of Legends is what it is today is because it's free to play. It's free to play.
100%.
So of course, the fact that they need to sell skins is key. Is important. It's obvious. It's obvious, no?
Something that must happen.
Of course.
It keeps the lights on.
Of course, there's no doubt. Because despite everything, of course, we can disagree probably on the revenue distribution and the internal revenue distribution. Okay, for which higher ups and corpo suits get way more money. Okay, while rioters like August and artists get way less money, or they get fired right away. Okay, we can argue on that. That's bad. That's bad. That's horrible, the way they manage money. But the fact that they do need money because there are a lot of people to pay, there are a lot of people to make things and produce them, it's obvious, it's clear. Okay? We can argue on the fact that it's despisable how they actually manage the internal revenue, for which artists and producers are not a priority. And that's bad in my opinion. That's the only thing that I don't like about Riot Games. That's the only thing that I will always despise to some degree.
As an example of this,
Because honestly, yes, we all owe the shareholders and the higher ups for Riot Games to be the great game that it is now, because they invested in the game, because they gave it possibilities that initially could never have. But at the same time, you are cutting corners only for personal benefit, not because you love the game, but because they just love money. Okay, so and rioters, who are the main engine who produce the stuff of dreams that happen in League of Legends, they are underpaid or they are fired. This is something that this is one of the things that, yes, I will always condemn of Riot Games. But it's not that I hate Riot Games and fuck August or fuck Riots or fuck Rioters, fuck the people who make Exalted skins. No. I've got nothing productive to add, but I hear and agree with what you're saying and appreciate that you take the time to analyze quality and put into words what I can't. Thank you, because I am super cute of you. Thank you. $250 for a skin though? Electric bills can be that high, bro. They also have a lot of projects. See. No, of course. See, but the only thing that you can blame on Riot Games is how the higher ups just suck up too much money, okay, and be as thin as possible on the projects, on the production quality, on production pipelines, in general, on the artistic side, they try to cut corners on everything, on animations, on visuals, on voice lines. Okay, in 2017, 2018, voice lines were as long as 30 minutes. Guys, if you watch Yorick, Aatrox, Kane, okay, nowadays, if they have 12 minutes, it's a milestone. Okay, 8 minutes is average. Okay, so they always cut corners like that. That's the thing that I will always blame about Riot.
Almost everything I've worked on in my 13-year career has been made available to players entirely for free.
And this is also a super valid point. Guys, this is not to never be lost of sight. Everything is completely free in League of Legends. You can play the game whenever, you can enjoy it whenever. And if you feel entitled to anything else, in my opinion, you are wrong. You have mental issues.
Almost everything. 13 years of game design content, free. The way that I then Riot is able to pay me is they sell cosmetics. Right? So that's just a note. Is a free-to-play game like League of Legends needs to sell cosmetics. We'll start with that. To me, there's two.
But it's fair what he's saying, guys. No? Can you tell me if you agree or you think that is wrong? At the very beginning, like this. He makes sense. Lights need to be kept on. They have to make money somehow.
Principles with selling cosmetics that are really important to think about and I think matter quite a bit. Number one is there should be price tiers at quality for everyone.
This is important. He said that there should be skin tiers accessible for everyone. So, if you can only afford a price range, you will have epic. If you can afford higher, you will have legendary. If you can afford higher, you will have unfortunately no more ultimate skins. You will have exalted and so on. This is something good. The problem is that.
And so what I mean by that is if you are a player who doesn't want to buy anything you should still have a good time with the game playing it for free.
That's my best fans. That's my best fans. They just play the game and they don't pay, never paid anything.
It's important. If you're a player who only wants to spend a little bit, you should have things you can spend a little bit on that you think are worth it. That's important. If you are a player who wants to spend a medium amount, a high amount, a lot, you should have things that are in those price tiers, medium amounts, high amounts, a lot, that you think are worth it.
Okay. But at the same time, in my opinion, it's not. It shouldn't always only. Like those skins shouldn't only rely on what people think it's worth. Because again, a lot of people unfortunately just stop at the splash art of a champion. That's why, in my opinion, okay, what he says is right. For which you have a low, medium, and high end skin tiers that people should be able to purchase based on their possibilities. At the same time, what I think that should be done here is that they should streamline, they should standardize, they should better define those skin tiers. They should have clear guidelines, clear rules, a clear set of features. Okay, epic skins. What do epic skins give? They give only visuals. They give only very basic 3D model parts change. And that's it. Okay, so what is the next skin tier? Okay, legendary skin. What does legendary skin give you? They give you a new rig. They give you new animations. They give you a new voice. They give you new visuals. But it has to go deep, and it has to be clear. It has to be overseen by a quality assurance agent. It has to be overlooked in general as a thing. This is important because, like he said, it's what allows Riot Games to keep the lights on. So this is important. This is something that they should do. They should prioritize. They should create a structure, a firm structure, and clear sets of features for each skin tag. People needs to know, people needs to understand and have the full understanding of what they are buying. Okay, I can spend too much on a skin. What am I getting? New visuals and very basic 3D models. So a new clothes. Okay, and that's it. I can spend a bit more. What can I get? Okay, I can get new voice. I can get new. New animations. The thing is that League of Legends, Riot Games, in my opinion, they could break this in in more tiers if they don't find it comfortable with legendary skin having so much of a gap. They could break it. They could make something like, okay, epic skins are 10, legendary skins are 15. Make another skin tier at 20 where it has not the shitty quality that they have been feeding us with the recent legendary skins, but make the complete pack at 20, 25, and so on. Okay, so that tier will give you also additional voice lines. That tier gives you not 10 minutes of voice lines, but 30 minutes of voice lines if you want them. Okay, but what they are doing that is wrong, and that's why I use those. That's why I make the videos blaming Riot for, is that they are just intentionally not breaking the skin tiers in multiple accessible tiers based on features. They are just making legendary skins as close as possible to epic skins, with as many things possible as epic skins, so that if you want the next solution to the upgrade to your champion, there you have Exalted skins. And that's something that I hate. I'm spitting. Sorry, I'm spitting. Spitting how? What do you mean? Sorry. Are my spits? Is my saliva getting on you somehow through the screen? I'm sorry. I think that it's good only cosmetics are paid. I did, however, have tons of friends who play League of Legends and they swore that characters with new skins would get buffed. My big slime. That's just a theory. I'm not gonna call it conspiracy theory because otherwise it would sound too negative. But again, my friends who don't spend a dime on League of Legends also think that they believe in losers queue. They believe that Riot gains will individually prevent you from climbing or reaching your full potential. Those are conspiracies. In my opinion, they are not true. Honestly, I'll be honest. Ah no, it means like you are right. It's slang. Sorry, spitting means you're saying facts. Sorry, guys. I'm old. I'm old, so I don't speak the young slang. I appreciate. I do dislike people who can't care about voice lines, though. Me too. Stink there. I mean, everyone is free. Okay. The thing is that, okay. Here's the thing. The reason why in 2017 they drastically reduced from 30 minutes voiceovers to 4 minutes. Like Zeri has like 4 minutes of voice lines. 8 minutes average. Ok, it's that. Se sei forte sali. Sì. Ciao Terenas. No, the thing is that the reason why they actually cut so much writers and voice actors on the matter is that it's not because people. Okay, if a player says, okay, in my opinion, champions talk too much. I am tired. I'm going to mute them because I have an option in game and I can mute them. I don't want to hear them talking. That's completely fair. I'm happy for you. You have the solution. You mute the champion. I will never understand you. Okay, but I respect you. Okay, I respect you, and you can do whatever you want. But those people did not limit themselves to mute champions. They outright went on forums, on social medias, and they complained straight to Riot, saying that 30 minutes is too much, that champions talk too much, that they say too many things for too many contexts, and so we don't like it. That's when you make the problem, because a corporation like Riot Games is going to take this right on the spot. They will be happy as hell to comply, to oblige. And so what did they do? They didn't. They adjusted over time because we are getting over time. Even if you guys maybe you don't realize, we are getting adjusted over time. So we went they went from 30 minutes straight all the way back to 4 minutes because they were okay. You guys don't like voice lines? Fuck off. We're going to save money on writers who write the lines. Yes, because guys, there are writers who write. It's not made everything by one single person. There is a team of people behind every champion and every skin. So we're going to save money on writers. We're gonna save money on voice actors. Good. Thanks for the feedback, guys. This is what Riot Games did. And only now, because people like me are complained and are still complaining about voice lines being too thin, they are slowly adjusting. They went from 4 minutes to 8 minutes. Now we are back to 12 minutes. Hopefully we find a good spot, maybe 15 minutes, 20 minutes. The thing is that it's not even about the quantity of lines. It's also the quantity of lines. But mostly what I care about is the quality, the contexts. Okay, you have like champions like Swain, for example, who has like 4 or 8 lines each for each state of the game. If you are losing, he says 8 different things. If you are winning, he says 8 different things. Like soldiers, do not despair. Let's press on. Wars are won. He has a lot of. Wait, I'm going to show you because I'm going to show you. Swain wiki audio. By the way, thank you, shout out to the guys who work at the wiki relentlessly for free, because Riot Games do not pay them, okay? So these are all volunteers. Guys, I love you, because you do an immense thing for the community. Immense. Word of praise, word of value. So thank you for what you did for us, for what you do for us. Okay, so see if I can find. Look at these guys. Guys, can you see all these lines, guys? This is it's crazy. It's crazy. Look at how many sentences. Jesus. Let's look in comparison. Zeri audio. These are all SFX. These are all sounds. Yes. That was the diarrhea zap thingy. But she doesn't say anything. She has only some lines for fist encounters, and that's it. And that's it. Swain, a champion like Swain, has fist move, an ally from Bilgewater. First move, only for the first move. First move with enemy LeBlanc. Moving, boy. Moving alongside multiple allies, ally team is ahead. So when you are winning, he will say these lines. And 3 of these lines, by the way, are limited, are exclusive to Dragon Trainer. How is he called? Dragon Master. Swain. Then you have ally team is behind. Teams are even. And he says these things. Then he has first encounter for the most... look. Current champions only have one line. Only one line. Even for champions that are straightly tied to them, lore-wise. He had multiple lines. Look, LeBlanc is his arch enemy, so they gave him 4 lines. Poppy, Rakan. Why would he even speak to Rakan? But he does. He's Aatrox, guys. Oh my god! If I show you Aatrox, we will never end. Aatrox speaks to anybody, even with cannon. He says like a lightning squirrel, and he laughs. Why would Aatrox even talk to Canon? But he does, and that's why I love voiceovers, voice interactions, because they make the game feel so alive. The champions, they feel so alive when they speak, and most of the voice actors do an amazing job in that. Amazing, just amazing. Also the taunt, yes. Now taunt emotes. Emotes in general only have 1 line, if you're lucky. Sometimes they don't even talk. I can't even... Vabbè, comunque. Where the hell are the emotes? Ah, okay. Nope, not funny. If I can just get it.
If I can just get this to work.
That's it. Taunt response specifically to Darius, taunt response specifically to Simon and Urgot, joke responses, jokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, I'll eat your soul myself.
I'll eat your soul myself.
This is limited to Tyrant's Wayne, by the way, so... Look at this, collecting a soul fragment. So when he uses the double view, when he uses the passive, I don't remember, okay, specifically on champions. For each champion specifically. Look, this is way before Viego was even released. Collecting a soul fragment from
The first oath, the one she made to him.
So he's heard the rumors. The girl, he has so many. He has even a foreshadowing on arcane characters. And arcane stuff, even before the arcane was even started on production. Look.
Faces fading in the flames. It was all her fault.
Clearly, this is him talking about Jinx killing his family, basically. Killing the 2 guys and almost killing Vi and killing. Oh my god. Warwick's real name, guys. Oh my god, I'm so old. What's the human name of Warwick? Come on. Oh my god, I'm horrible. He also has one for Warwick. She was closer than he realized. It's when Warwick starts recognizing Jinx. So this is So look, he has a specific lines for each Freljordan, Demon, Darkin, Black Rose, Bilgewater, Ionian, Piltovan, guys. And so people were complaining because they say, no, but my Swain talks too much when I play Swain. Please do something. And so Riot Games did what Vander, it's Vander. Thank you guys. Thank you Bini Creamy and thank you Cupcake. Vander, cavolo. So, and this is players' fault. I'm blaming players here because they could have just muted the voices. No, they had to go and just tell everybody, no, tell Riot like, no, we don't want voice lines anymore. Vabbè. Anyway, let's continue.
Where this tends to get controversial is the allot space. I think it is a good thing that players who do want to spend to drop some cash on the game they enjoy have options. I think that is valuable.
Sure,
I think that is,
of course.
I straight up think that is a good thing. But
Of course.
noting that it is also important that the players who don't have a lot of cash to spend or don't want to also
Can still
have
play.
things that they can get that they think are really high value and they
The X-Tech, they tried to remove it, okay, but the X-Tech chests, guys, I own all 5 ultimate skins in my account. Three of the 5. No, sorry, I don't have Samira. I don't have Samira. Sorry, the only one I don't have is Samira. But only 2 out of the 5 ultimate skins that I have, I paid with real money. That's like 100 euros. 100 euros of value that I got for free. Ciao Cupcake, thanks for coming by. Thank you. Thank you for appreciating. Thank you so much. Thank you Cupcakes. So yeah, there is also to value stuff like the X-Tech chest system. I think it's valuable.
really enjoy. Again, I think both aspects are really important. A really classic example of this kind of stuff is action is like higher cost skins versus battle passes. You see this in a lot of games. A lot of games will have like, some pieces of content that are like, pretty expensive, cost a decent amount of money, ideally are also high quality, right? And then like one of the cheaper things they have is their battle pass, which is usually like pretty cheap, like $10, and you get like a lot of pretty good value out of it. And I generally think like that space tends to be good because it's just like, okay, if you want to spend a lot, here's this thing, but then also here's this really high value thing that like most people can get access to if they really want to.
Yeah.
So I'll start with that. Basically, like TLDR, I think it is good to sell cosmetics at quality to different price tiers. I think that is a valuable thing.
Yes, the only thing, Mr. August, that you guys should do is streamline and give rules and give clear sets of features for each of the skin tier. That's something that you should do, Mr. August.
To do. And when I say valuable, I don't mean like necessarily just valuable for the
I know it's not him the responsible behind that. I'm just saying Mr. August because it's like I'm talking to him, which I'm not.
company. Obviously, it's value for the company. I think it's valuable for the players. Again, qualifier is at quality. If you feel like you don't have much to spend and then feel like there's nothing for you that you would enjoy, I think that is a problem. That's a legitimate problem. That's not good. So that's one thing I think about cosmetics. The other thing
What was that?
I think about
He didn't drink anything. It was empty.
cosmetics that I think is very important is the people who buy them should feel like what they got was high value and worth their investment. To me, that creates a win-win situation. The win-win is that the company makes money, which tends to be important.
Tends
and
to
that
be
keeps the
important.
lights
I agree. I agree. It's important that no, because some people are just like, fuck Riot, they shouldn't get any money at all, and we should get all the good stuff. No, it's important that the company gets money. Otherwise, we wouldn't get stuff like Arcane, we wouldn't get stuff like new games, 2XKO, the MMO. So it's important. Of course, it's arguable the way they make money and the way they invest and spend that money. But it has to be clear that it is important that they make money. And you also have to keep in mind that the game is free to play. So this is something important in my opinion.
Keeps me employed, right? But then also the player wins because they got something that they highly value, right? And they think that whatever amount of money they paid was worth that thing they got. And I think that's an important aspect to it, right? And so a lot of times when people ask, like, is this one thing worth this price tag? To me, it's like, well, it might be to someone, and that's the question to ask, right? It's just like, is there a player who
is willing to
sees this price tag and says this is worth it? And ideally
it's yes, but no, you will have people still buying that, but unless that person has a lot of money and that kind of money is not an issue for them, you probably will never find someone saying yes, it's worth. They will still buy it because they like it and they enjoy it, but it's hard to find someone agreeing on the reflected value, in my opinion.
the prices match like some group of players, whoever you're targeting, like a value of worth. Some things are going to be like, I spend $10 and get this really nice thing. Some things are going to be, I spend $100 and get this really nice thing, right? There's a concept of luxury goods, an idea that like one of the values of certain things that people buy is the idea that they are more luxury through price tag, and then that of course should be matched with quality. But
exactly. Oh, this is another thing. It should be matched with quality. And before Revenant Reign Diego, it was not matched with quality. Not even for a lower price, it was not matched with quality. So at the very least, let's hope that from now on they only improve upon Revenant Reign Diego quality for those people who can afford it, so that they can streamline Revenant Reign Viego quality and they can readjust lower skin tiers. What matters here is that they find a way to streamline and redefine skin tiers. Okay, if you say that an Exalted skin needs to have a transformation system, a mini quest system like Viego with the swords, then it always has to be true, and it always has to be respected to some degree. If you say that legendary skins should have a new rig, new animation, new voice lines, then keep doing that. Don't just nerf them so that you can better sell the next skin tier, which is obnoxiously more expensive. That's what I think.
The general idea to me is that when you drop money on a thing, it should be worth the money you dropped as a player. And if you believe that is true, that creates a win-win situation where there is value.
See, but it's hard to find someone who agrees with that. They will still do it, like I did.
Talk about this is,
but I doubt that there's someone who says, yes, no, $250
like
is
games
worth.
Around like this thing that the game company sold was expensive and therefore bad. And the note I have here is, if the people acquiring it think it was well worth the price they paid, then that creates like value and happiness, right? So like that's the thing I'm noting here is there's a difference between buying a thing and feeling like the thing you got wasn't worth it versus buying a thing and thinking like the thing you got was like very well worth it.
Is there anyone in this chat who bought an Exalted skin and thought, because they like the champion and they like the skin, and thought, yes, it was worth? because honestly, even without the full price, and even though I think that Revenant Train Diego is very good quality, it's probably one of the best, if not the best skin in the game, for me, in my opinion, and for my standards, I still think that it's not was not worth the money that I spent, and I'm still bitter about it. Fuck no. Okay, kind of.
And I think that's an important difference. Yeah, so there's that. The next thing that people are probably gonna like that's worth talking about is gacha here, right? Like the idea that you're rolling on a thing.
This is
Gacha definitely has some very real dark patterns to it, right?
Yes.
Gambling mechanics, things like that.
Yes.
One note is that if you look at like different places around the world, different players in different places tend to value.
He's talking about East Asia. I don't know why he wasn't specific here. Maybe, I mean, probably PR situation, but he's talking about East Asia. The only chance they had for me is set, and they blew that chance hard. Oh my god, Slime. Oh my god. I am so sorry for every set player with that skin. I am so sorry. And I'm sorry for people who couldn't observe what the skin really brought before they actually bought the skin. That's why I make my videos, because I want people to say, fuck, okay, the skin is like this. Okay, then I'm not going to spend my money. Or if they find that the money is well worth anyway, they can still spend it. It's not up to me, and I won't judge them for it. But it's important for me, in my opinion, that people understand what they're buying.
You gacha differently.
Job is on the line. Lol, bro is getting nervous. It's understandable. I think it's already a lot that a Rioter opens up like this and gives his opinion on things. I respect August for that. And it's something that I actually like in general of Riot games, for which Rioters are so exposed to the community and they interact first hand with the community. That's something that I really value, because no other company will do that. That's another thing that, amidst the things that I don't like, it's something that I appreciate highly for Riot games. Like Drew Levin reading every single individual post on X and telling you, okay, look, I'm going to take care of it. Look, okay, no, I can't help you here, but I'm gonna get the feedback. So that's something that I like, because, for example, I like World of Warcraft 2 as a game, and there is no way to talk or interact at all with any Blizzard employee. There is no way. They will never listen to anything I say. They will never. They just sporadically and occasionally just watch some Reddit posts or some Discord discussions, and that's it. But you will never be able to talk to Drew Levin or be seen by Riot August. I feel a bit sad when didn't get Nami. No. Drake, the important. I'm sorry that you didn't have your fantasy fulfilled with Nami, and you didn't get the skin that you liked. What matters is that you had control over your finances, and you stopped yourself, because there are people who can't stop themselves and they still recklessly, relentlessly just spend money, and that's something that's the bitter part of it. That's the what makes me bitter, really bitter about the whole system, which is why I think that it would be better if they just set up a fixed price, so that people wouldn't feel compelled to gamble.
And so
I bought all 5 Exalted and Ari and Kai'Sa signatures, and I still say to all my fans that those skins are not worth it at all, unless you can spend those amounts of money without having issues IRL. That's very respectable of you, Ivelta. And I find that completely reasonable. There are people who would jump at your throat. I respect you, and I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I respect you. You can ask Pirate Software. He works at Blizzard. He worked at Blizzard for 7 years. No, I worked at Blizzard for holy moly when there was the whole drama thing going on and people made a song about him. I would die every time listening to it. Anyway.
And that is also an important note. Is there is a lot of places that people really like these types of mechanics in terms of how they engage with purchases.
Like
I think a lot of times when people talk about loot boxes, they'll talk about like how they have some problems, and those are legitimate dark pattern problems. Don't think those are off.
Yes.
But we'll note that like a lot of players who engage in them actually tend to enjoy that type of monetization, which is a complication of the whole system. A really easy example of this is card packs. Card packs are gacha, of course, right?
Yes.
As well as gacha games. Gacha games are gacha, duh.
That's true.
My
God, it's true. I never thought about it. Jesus, I grew up with Pokemon cards and Yu-Gi-Oh cards sold by the local stores here. I never thought about it, but they were already gacha. It's true. Holy moly, this system always existed. Jesus, they just started structuring it again, but I guess it's always existed. I never I never really saw card games like gacha, but it's true. Even when I was very little, that was still gacha. That's crazy.
Part about card
it's a crazy
packs
thought.
is if you make a collectible card game without card packs.
Oh my god, good job, Belithia, with winning the little jump game every time. So nice. Very good at timing.
You could very well be creating a game that less people enjoy, even if technically it is more consumer friendly in the sense that like you can get the cards you want. It turns out that one of the big reasons people like things like the Pokemon TCG on the phone is because they enjoy ripping packs. So that is like also like a difficulty in like the whole sense.
I don't know what to think about this because honestly, I guess it's true that some people are literally gets satisfaction, like like endorphins and stuff like that by simply ripping packs to see what's inside. I don't blame people. I don't judge people for liking this kind of stuff. At the same time, I'm worried about the health of the whole system because again, it's gacha, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. Exalted, your videos are very useful. Thank you. Thank you, Drake, for watching, honestly. Second in a row. Good job, Melissa. Wait, I'm going to spawn some stars for you. By the way, guys, from Twitch, you actually have the panel to properly customize your avatar. So.
Anyways, those are the
like
things that I'm just telling you about, like how I think about and think about like monetization in games. If the TLDR of it is just like ideally, when games monetize, they should serve customers at all different price tiers and make sure that people who have all these different types of financial situations can find things that are high quality that they value and enjoy, and then it is important that when you get something for any given price tier, you feel it was worth it for whatever reason. So those are some notes there. In regards to Viego,
You must follow.
Oh,
I think
T3
he
thank
is
you.
incredibly high quality
Thank
skin.
you for following.
Probably one of the best skins in the game. I think the team
You
really
must
cooked on this
follow.
one
Thank you, guys.
and made something
Buoni
fairly
pierogi,
transcendent.
buoni. Good.
I think it's not just because he has all these swords. That's something.
Okay, wait, sorry. I
Those
want
are some
to-
notes there.
Is he talking about Viego?
Financial situations can find things that are high quality that they value and enjoy, and then it is important that when you get something for any given price tier, you feel it was worth it for whatever reason. So those are notes there. In regards to Viego,
Okay. Ragazzo Viago?
I think he is an incredibly high quality skin.
I agree.
Probably one of the best skins in the game.
I agree.
I think the team really cooked with this one.
Again, what I especially liked is that they looked for Viego main community streamers, main Viego players, creators, and people passionate about Viego in general, and they asked for feedback. They asked for a direction. They asked their opinion. This is something super cool and super valuable, in my opinion. And not many companies do that.
And made something fairly transcendent. I think it's not
My god, thank god it's not transcendent, otherwise it would have been $500.
just because he has all these swords. That's something
Okay.
that's cool. Obviously, it's all the swords. I think it's also because this skin sells a gameplay experience, which I think is something.
And I agree. And I think it's what all the other Exalted skins should have done, by the way, which they don't. And the reason is that Exalted Viego actually sells you a gameplay experience based on Viego's identity as a champion. And that experience is implemented perfectly with the gameplay, and it gives you additional control over this experience with the best transition animations, with the best visuals. So it's just perfect, and it's really thought out. Like you can see that this was a community effort too. You can see that the community was involved, because it's a skin. The Viego skin is a skin made by Viego players, because Riot Wicked, for example, he was a Viego player before he even joined Riot Games. So this is a Viego skin made by Viego players for Viego players. This is why it works. This is why it's so valuable and it works. And this is why Sanus Al Mordekaiser doesn't work. This is why Spirit Blossom Morgana doesn't work. This is why Radiant Serpent set doesn't work. This is why Arcane Factory Jinx had to be reworked 16 times. That's why Sanus Al Mordekaiser had to be postponed and reworked twice. This is why, guys, the Viego skin has so much value. It's because it was made by Viego players for Viego players. And this is extremely valuable. You can see the difference in the Viego. Like, I had people from my own community bashing at me, saying that how could you only say that the Viego skin is good because you are a Viego player, and you are saying that the other Exalted skins are bad. Why are you saying that the other Exalted skins are bad but Exalted Viego skin is good? Because it's objectively good. And if I need to explain to you this whole thing, it means that you lack the proper parameters. I have no idea. I don't know what to say. There are a lot of people like this telling me this. If I have to even just explain to you, it means that you lack proper parameters. And my channel and myself, I am not for you. Just stop watching me, stop following me, and just value the things that you value for yourself. But don't just come to me and tell me how I should feel about things, or that I'm not coherent with myself, because that's not true. A lot of people tell me this, and in my opinion, it's not appropriate.
That very few skins do. And the gameplay experience is how the skin tells the story of the game you played. I killed a mage. I got his sword.
It's true. What he says is true. What does Sanus Al Mordekaiser do? Ah yes, I pressed my ultimate point and click ultimate on a target. Ah yes, this is my gameplay experience, and now I get to evolve into an armor that I can't even revert, that I have no control over, and that it's super ugly and that doesn't even make sense. That's Sanazol Mordekaiser. What is set? What does set do? Ah yes, I press double view on targets, and so I can have a PNG of Set's mom on my screen. What does Morgana do? Ah yes, I press Q, I hit enemies with my Q, which could be fair, okay, and then I transform into a form that doesn't change anything but adds some horns. There is nothing else but visual recoloring, visual effects recoloring. They are not different or added visual effects. They are literally just a recolor, not added, just a recolor. Not added VFX and SFX, just recolored. And that's the experience that you sell me. It's clear that you don't play Morgana, if that's the experience that you sell me. It's clear that you don't play Mordekaiser and you don't play Set, if those are the experience that you sell me. But it's very different with Viego instead. You can see that it's made by Viego players for Viego players. Let's see what you guys are on about. Kind of. You won 20 points from the jump catch game. Wow. August would be right about the gambling satisfaction if it wasn't such abysmal pooling rates for the S tier rewards. Yeah, it's 0.5% pooling rate. It's crazy. Gacha like Genshin Impact don't make you hit PT 90% of the time to get the TRS. Unfortunately, I'm not familiar with Genshin. Not really a fan of all that anime things, but I know it's very popular. Basically, you should be going in the Sanctum expecting to spend the full price without finding the skin early. Exactly. But a lot of people don't do that. They actually are baited by people who say, "Oh, guys, I found this one pool." They are baited and they are eluded into spending money that they don't have or that they cannot afford. Uh, and then in the end, they just spend too much money not to go to see it to the end. That's why I think that it should be better. It would be better if they actually set the price at a fixed, like we set the skin at 250, and that's it. If you want it, you spend 250. None, guys, I pull it in one, so if you go, maybe you find it too. And no, you don't, because you will end up spending a shit of money until you can't anymore, and you will still stay without the skin. Welcome everyone. 55 big win. Nice, kind of. Oh, Beanie. Oh, so you're alive. Yeah, they definitely did an amazing job on this skin, that's undoubtedly. See, exactly, that's not exactly Belitia. They did an amazing job. Again, I can agree with people, it's not worth the money and the system is bad, but you cannot deny that there was a good job here. And again, people like Nicky Boy and TB Skyen saying that the skin is shit regardless because of the system, it's their choice, and I respect that. But it's not what I want to do. E niente, i cani del vicino erano scappati e obbediscono. Cosa? What? Boh, vabbè, buona live, Exo. Thank you, Aki. Take care. And super late. What is happening? Jetmax. Too much going on. Too much. Alright, Exo. Exo, darling. Time for you to read me some lore to sleep to. No, that's Necrit, Bin. You should go to Necrit if you want the lore reading thing. I'm back to listen. Hello again. Ciao, Sabi. Yo, who's that parasocial Andy up top? Who? For more, they could have been something like getting kills in his ult or with set kills with W or something where you have to try at least. See, Strill, I agree. Like, if you play the champion, and I don't play Mordekaiser and Set and Morgana, but if you play the champion, you know that you can come up with something that is compelling. So understandable. Have a good day. Sorry, Jetmax. I'm sorry. No, too much said. That is too much said. I don't have the strength to go all over what was done and said in 2 hours and a half of live stream. But yeah, now we are just looking at. We are hearing out Riot August's opinion on gacha and the Revenant Train Viego skin.
I killed a tank, I got his sword. I killed a bunch of people, I got all the swords. Mainly noting that like I'm really like what the team did with the actual mechanics of the skin. It's not just that it looks good, it also provides I think a very cool experience that is very aligned with what it means to be a Viego player.
I agree. Because as a Viego player, I can tell you that they nailed what a Viego player wants. And of course, you can see it if you don't play Viego. And you are biased. And if you, for example, main Morgana, you will be bitter because Morgana got shit. And you will get bitter because, of course, you guys like Viego, so you think it's good. But it's not good because I say so. People say that, but it's you can't, guys. You can't. And people just blame me, saying that I'm just biased because it's Viego, and they say that I am incoherent with my previous values. I'm not. And if you think that, you are either a hater or you don't follow me properly. You don't watch my videos properly. That's it. As a Vigo as a Vigo player. Is there a possibility that you would review skins in Wild Rift? I would love to, but I don't have the tools. I lack the tools to do so. There are no existing tools unless you are some kind of hacker, which I'm not. I saw some Chinese channels actually featuring 3D models of Wild Rift, but for as much as I try to understand and find a solution myself, there is no way for me to showcase those, so I can't do that. Not to mention that I would have to record my footage on a phone. No, it's too much. I would never be able to do that for Wild Rift, and I'm so sorry about that. Also, what the fuck you mean I'm alive? I don't know, you disappeared, Beanie. No, skin is worth 250 euros. I agree, Rabbit. And I said that right away. As a Vigo player. As a Vigo player.
Now, it's up to any given person to determine what they believe that skin is worth. But I do think that it is one of the highest quality skins in the game.
Yes. No, but I agree. I agree. The price, the system, the context is unfortunate, but I agree.
I think the quality is very much there, and I think the team has made something amazing. So, anyways, you'll notice that like danced around things here, and that is because I am not like.
If only Revenant Viego was an ultimate skin, all the problems would have been solved. The easy second best skin in the game. Yes. No, I agree, Jetmax. The issue is that even as a gacha skin, it sold incredibly. And it sold so much that if it was an ultimate skin, it would have never saw that much money being that much revenue. So that's why, unfortunately, they keep doing those skins.
The person to ask about exactly how Riot should monetize any given thing, right? But what I can tell you is my personal opinions as a game designer who works on games on like what monetization can look like that is good. And then I can also tell you that I think Viego is incredible. I think that skin is absolutely incredible. And it is up to you whether you think it is worth the price tag. And if you don't think it's worth the price tag, that is totally valid.
Exactly. I also agree. If you don't, it's totally valid. It's valid. It's valid thinking that. But even if you buy it, you shouldn't be bashed like some kind of
That is totally valid. Yeah.
Check again, and you will notice that I did not disappear. It was you, but I was kidding. No, what? But I didn't disappear. But anyway, I was kidding, Beanie.
I know that I'm going to be rolling for it because I need that skin.
Okay, he also needs to roll, but I believe that I'm pretty sure that some people will just say, "Oh, he's lying. We know that he got the skin for free." I don't know. I tend to believe that he actually he wasn't given any skin. No Ryother is given the skin for free because those higher ups, Tencent wants their money, so they're not going to give it even to employers. That's the way I see it.
I need that skin. Oh man. But
What is he drinking? I
I
want
can
it.
totally understand why some people will feel it is not
Ah.
work, and that's totally valid. Yeah. Oh, actually, I want to yap a little bit about gacha games. I'm gonna continue off of this. This is putting aside like gacha monetization and specifically talking about gacha
Gotasha.
games. We're talking about like Genshin Impact
Gotasha.
or whatnot.
Genshin.
One of the things about gacha games that I legitimately think is a good thing, and it's because they have gacha that it becomes a good thing. So understand gacha has some very real dark patterns, things like gambling, things like that. But I actually do genuinely believe this as a game designer, and that is one of the things that gacha games like Genshin Impact get out of being gacha games.
The thing is that I have no sense of measure because I have no idea how Genshin works. I don't have any idea how prices are set, what prices are, what content you get.
Is that it creates a sense of very strong identity to an individual account. What I mean by that is when you play Genshin Impact, unless you're just swiping your credit card nonstop, you don't have access to everything. You have to choose which characters you want to invest in. And I don't just mean invest credit card swipes, but also invest things like your Primo Gems, stuff like that. And so when you play Genshin, most
The
accounts are
gacha
different.
games.
One
Genshin.
person is going to have rolled for the Archons and saved up Primo Gems. Maybe they swipe their credit card.
See,
Another
I have
person
no
is
idea what
completely
Archon and
free-to-play,
Primo Gems are.
and they're a Diluc main,
I'm
and they
clueless
also
completely.
rolled for Klee. Another person has everything, whatever. But I think that actually is like those differences are actually a very good thing because it creates for each individual player a very strong identity on their account.
Okay, the account identity is something that I agree with in the sense that I really like when someone builds his own identity in a video game. So they choose their own personality, their own tendencies with gameplay archetypes, classes like assassin, you like mages, you like tanks, you like okay, and you like I don't know, little yordles, or you like big monsters, or you like cool edgy men. So I like when it's everyone builds their own identity on their very specific tastes. That's why I hate account trading, account selling. That's why I hate people who just buy fresh accounts because they just want the dopamine of those stupid numbers. Okay, that's why I'm way more romantic when it comes to video games. To the romantic side. That's why I really value when someone builds their own identity, their own, like, I am this champion because I see myself in it, because I like melees, because I like assassins, I don't know, anything. Okay. When someone manages to find again, to build his own identity into something and invest in, for example, just like I invest in Viago skins because I like Viago skins, I have all of Viago skins, or I buy Yone skins when I think they're good. It's because I have my own identity. Okay. At the same time, I think that the way you invest on a champion should be reasonable. Okay. Then again, it's not that every it's not like every single skin is 250 euros. And nobody is forcing me to spend 250 euros on a skin. Okay, that's clear enough. At the same time, yeah, it's good if if they make things accessible for everyone, and they do. That's why I hate people who are just demanding because they decide to make this skin that is super expensive, and I agree with you that the price is absurd and the system is rotten. But at the same time, those people who fought me on X saying that no, they should make this skin like this with this price, I think that those people are just out of their mind, especially because they fight as hard as if an optional cosmetic skin overpriced. Yes, it's crazy price, crazy system, but you are fighting on an optional cosmetic in a video game with the same relentlessness a human should fight for food and human rights and water and whatnot. That's what's just crazy in my opinion.
You don't just make
Primogems is Genshin RP. Okay, Archons are the gods of the Genshin lore. Ah, okay. He is strong or looking forwards to characters. Ah, it's like a character thing. It's like a character rarity level, basically.
say Nahida because you like Nahida. You also main her because
Nahida.
Literally you have her and a lot of other players don't have her. Because you chose to invest in her.
So no, this is something that I also like in video games.
Time, and other players chose to invest their credit card swipes or time in something else. And I actually think that is a good thing for games like this. I think creating that sense of identity for who you are and who you play in these games creates a pretty good like result for the game and the community. And again, totally understand if you don't agree with gacha and think it's bad for games. Like I see where you're coming from, but just noting from a design perspective, I actually think it creates good outcomes for like player identity in a lot of these games, these gacha games.
Gotcha.
And yes, full disclosure, I like gacha games, and I'm a huge Genshin Impact fan, so I like these things.
It's fair. Completely fair. Everyone.
Is it not an issue of wrong choice anxiety, investing time, money in the wrong thing?
Anyway, I think it was interesting, by the way, hearing about. I don't know what else he's gonna say. Hopefully, he's not gonna talk only about Genshin Impacts. Anyway, time is running short for me, guys. So I came. This is the end. We hit the 2 hours and a half. It's usually how much I can stream. So again, thank you so much, guys, for watching me. Thank you for being understanding. Thank you for hearing me out for understanding that I'm only human and that I'm not being incoherent with what I say. So yes, next time possibly, especially for people who watch my stream, next time possibly we will play. Maybe we will have some solo queue rankeds with the skin. So with the Viego skin, since it's all I'm playing, since I got it, it's all I'm playing, of course. With everything that costed, it's only natural. But anyway, thank you so much, guys, for again, for everything you give me, for supporting me, for spending time with me. Can't wait for you guys to see the new Lilia video, and I'll see you guys soon. Hopefully I will stream again soon, before next week. Ok? Thanks for the stream. Thanks to you, Drake. Grazie ragazzi. Ciao. Take care. Have a nice day.